we do invite the radical new bar to bang the tables for the rule of law to prevail.
Elias Lukwago, one of the legal representatives of Dr. Kizza Besigye and Owiny-Dollo, visited Uganda Law Society headquarters to appeal for support against the trial of civilians in the military courts. Lukwago presented the appeal to the Law Society on behalf of Martha Karua, Besigye's main legal representative, calling for the society to be at the forefront in fighting the transgressions.
The atmosphere there is hostile. The environment is not conducive at all for dispensation of justice.
They asked for protection of the society from degrading and inhuman conditions that they argue that advocates are subjected to at the General Court Martial. A classic example of the torturous conditions drawn by the advocates in the appeal is of how lawyer Aaron Kizza was roughed up and sentenced to 9 months in prison for contempt of court without being afforded room for a fair hearing. They want the Law Society to intervene.
We specifically request that, Mr. Chairman, all interventions be explored to cause the immediate release of one of our own, Aaron Kizza.
The president of the Law Society, Isaac Ssemakadde, took a swipe at Chief Justice Alfonse Owiny-Dollo over the delayed issuance of judgment on the trial of civilians in court martial. This is on appeal by the Attorney General against the Constitutional Court decision that upheld a petition by the former Nakawa Member of Parliament, Michael Kabaziriguka, to annul the trial of civilians in the military court.
We have reached a point where open, relentless, and severe criticism of Chief Justice Owiny-Dollo and his Supreme Court can no longer be avoided.
Ssemakadde hopes that Owiny-Dollo will, after the engagement within January, fix the judgment day.
It is therefore crucial that our meeting with the Chief Justice, when it happens, and I hope he doesn't cancel it now because we have spoken, but we hope that when it happens, it should result in one thing and one thing only, a judgment date in the Kabaziriguka appeal.
The uproar against the military court has intensified further with the ongoing trial of the retired Colonel Kizza Besigye and his co-accused Owiny-Dollo. The duo was allegedly abducted in Kenya days before they were arraigned in the General Court Martial to face charges related to security, being in possession of firearms and ammunition and treachery. The opposition party, with the majority members in Parliament, has taken a decision to circumvent the delays caused by the Supreme Court, but has failed to make the judgment.
I have asked Right Honorable Joel Senyonyi and our parliamentary team to come up with a private member's bill to amend that UPDF Act to ensure that there's a window for appealing in a civilian court.
I know it's not going to be a smooth sail, because to bring an amendment, you've got to get a certificate of financial implication from government. Many times that's the challenge. They might seek to deny me that together with my colleagues and so on, but we are going to pursue the matter.
It is 25 years since civilians started battling the provisions in the UPDF Act that stretches the jurisdiction of the General Court Martial to trial of civilians on concerns about the lack of independence, since its bench takes orders from the President, lacks tenure of office, that is composed of persons without a legal background. Jackson Onyango, NTV.